Welcome to Art Class with Mrs. Christie. So for today's video, we're gonna make a gummy bear. Who doesn't like gummy bears? I love gummy bears. All right, so let's grab our art supplies and let's go. All right, to make your gummy bear, what you'll need is you'll need paper, pencil, crayons, or whatever art supplies you need. You can make this look with a lot of different stuff, but mainly you'll need the color that you're wanting to use. I used red. You'll need white and black. So I used red, white, and black. I used marker and color pencil on this, and I will demonstrate how I came to this piece. And so if you're wanting to copy me, if not, you know what? It's use what you got. I understand people have different things and you just use what is available to you. You could even paint, if you had watercolor, you could even do a watercolor and add white where I have white. Now, if you do a watercolor, and I'm not demonstrating that today, make sure you dry between colors unless you're wanting to like make it a little pink, because if your white and red are still wet, they'll mix and end up with pink. So we're gonna put this guy to the side and we are going to draw our gummy bear. So here is my drawing paper. And I'm going to use a marker so that you can see my lines, but I always suggest that students use a pencil, and make sure you draw lightly so that if you do make a mistake or you're not happy with what you've done, you can still erase what you've done. So the first step is we're going to do the body, and I want you to think of the number 6 and how that 6 curves. So we're going to come over here and we're going to make a curved line, and it doesn't curve all the way, it's almost like a swirl, but we have the number 6 here. We're going to do another one, and this one's going to be slightly larger than the one before. And we're going to come in and we're going to curl in that way and make that 6. We're going to come over on the next side, and you can always pause this video if you need to stop and catch up. That's the beauty of having it on YouTube, is you can pause it as you go. You're going to come over here and you're going to do the opposite direction with your 6. And you're going to do the same thing here to make that other side. We're going to make a little line here, and that makes the bottom. So we're working from the bottom, and now we're working top. I know normally sometimes I do top from bottom to bottom, but this time we did this body to the top. Next, we are going to do the head, and it's like an oval that's on its side. It's not quite as round. We have the ears. They're like C's. If you think of the letter C turned on its side. We have the eyes, and you can make the face look. If you don't want to make the face exactly like mine, that's okay. I'm going to give mine a little shine in his eyes. And then if you're coming with a marker or something, and some of my white got blended in, but you can color in the eyes, but you can wait to color the eyes in when you're ready to color. Next, we have the nose, and it's like a triangle that's rounded. And then we have the mouth. And now we have our gummy bear. He's drawn. Now, if I want to leave him white, he's a white gummy bear. Oh, there's a white gummy bear. But I don't know about you, but I love red gummy bears. So I'm going to demonstrate with a marker, and I'm going to demonstrate with a white crayon and a black crayon, okay? And if you don't have crayon and you have colored pencil, you can use color pencil, do the same thing. In fact, for this one, I colored marker, then I colored with color pencil on top of it, with even just a red color pencil as well. So when you use a marker, I always suggest do not do this. Don't color using the tip. Use the side of the marker to get those nice broad strokes. It makes your coloring faster and neater if you keep the strokes close together. And since I used a Sharpie, it's not going to bleed. If you do not have a Sharpie at home, do not outline this until you got it colored, because then your black and your red will mix. That's what I like about permanent markers, is I can go over it with a permanent marker, like a Sharpie, and then it doesn't blend, because that's not what they do. They're not blending markers. The water-based markers are. And I'm going to come in, I'm going to color his ears in, and I'm still using the side of my marker. And I'm going to color his nose in, because like a gummy bear is all one color anyway, right? Oh, I colored over my white spot. Make sure you don't color over your white spot like I just did. Okay, so, but here's the magic trick to make it kind of look shiny, is you're taking your whites and your darks. Now, it's not all about white. Some people would say, oh, it's about white, but you have to have dark to make the white pop. They're like, they complement each other. So I'm going to find places where I want it extra shiny, and I'm going to add some white where I think where light would hit. And I'm going to color, and I'm pressing a little bit on the crayon because I really want that white to pop. You can do this with a colored pencil as well. If you have Prismacolor pencils, that is ideal because they're smoother. The regular color pencils, you're going to have to work a little harder to get that white to show. I'm going to do a little white around his ear, a little around his head, maybe on his nose. And then I'm going to come in with the darks. I'm not going to press as hard. I'm just going to add lightly. I'm not even pressing that hard. I'm pressing really light. And I'm coming through, and just kind of like I did with the white, I'm adding some dark values to it. Like under his arm would be a darker value. Around underneath that shine might be a darker value to make that show. Maybe around his ear. And that kind of makes those dark, whiter values. I think I'm going to add a little more white right there. And it makes him look a little shiny. Now, if you want to add a little more shine to his tummy, you can come in and add a little more shine to him. And there you have it. You have a gummy bear. So I hope that you enjoyed drawing your gummy bear. Please make sure that you share your artwork with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.